Hello everyone, my name is Manjot and today I am going to try to do a storytime video for you guys. So it's gonna be my first storytime video, so I was thinking of which story should I tell that probably will get some attention. And then I thought of, oh, how I should be dead. Now, I got this idea from The Gabby Show, and I'm a really big fan of hers. But I got this idea from her because that was one of her first videos on YouTube. And starting storytime videos, I feel like I should, tell a deathly experience as my first story. First time I had an experience with deathly things was when I was 5 or 6. But I got this bike when I was 5 or 6, and let me back it up with a little bit of that story. I lived in India at that time, and because I'm Indian, and then my mom actually sent me there to India to learn the language, and I lived with my grandma there. So my grandma and my aunt bought me this bike, and I was really excited, and plus at first I really didn't understand what the heck they were saying because I didn't know the language. But I got this bike and I was really happy with it, and I rode it all the time, and I liked it very, very much. But I was riding my bike one time in my house, and it's, when I say in my house, Indian houses are really weird. They're not really, you cannot ride your bicycles inside when it comes to America, but in India you can. And I was riding it inside, and all of a sudden my neighbor, and he's about my age too, and my neighbor comes there and he started pushing my bike. And literally I was so irritated because I was like, dude, please leave me. And I literally told him so many times that I was like, can you please leave me alone? And I was like, Grandma, please tell him to leave my bike alone and stop pushing me. And all of a sudden he pushes me through this door, and the door has like 4 stairs. If I can explain, there's like 4 stairs, and this is like the door, this is 4 stairs, and the door was open, so the door just popped open. I go down the stairs, and all of a sudden I was like, had a freak out moment. And I am usually a type of person that has a panic attack really fast, but I was like, oh no, I don't know what to do. And then I was like, you idiot, just press your brakes. And then I was like, oh, I should probably do that. Wah! Press my brakes. I could have almost hit my head onto the wall. Like, this is the wall, and this is me, and I was this close to the wall, and my head could have popped open. Well, thank to God, I am still alive. My second deathly experience that I had in my life was still in India. I was in India, and this was around the time when I was about to go back to America, and my grandma was about to go there. But I don't remember what exactly happened before, but let me remember. Oh, okay, I remember now. But I was fighting with my cousin, and this is not a new thing. I fight with my cousins all the time. Like, this cousin was 2 years younger than me, but that time we were just really fighting a lot, and my grandma was all of a sudden supporting my cousin, so I got mad at her. But I had something on my hand or something, either my hands were filled with dirt or something, but we were outside. I went to this tap water, and I was cleaning my hands with water, and all of a sudden this wasp came to my pinky, and if I'm saying exactly, right over here, and literally sting me. So I was like, I screamed on top of my lungs, and I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I am screaming and crying, and all my family comes down. And then they went inside, and we went inside, and my grandma all of a sudden decided to put, like, Colgate on my finger, because that actually helps all of a sudden. It has somewhat of a chemical, but they put it on. But all of a sudden, my arms, my face, my whole entire body just went fat. Like, it was just all, my body was so fat that I was like, what the heck? I just literally was staring at my mom and I was like, what is this? And they completely had a freak out moment, took me to a doctor's clinic, and then I was at the doctor's hospital. They gave me an allergic shot, and mind you, I am actually afraid of shots, and it was to my butt too, and oh god. They gave me a shot, and they were like, yep, she's allergic to wasps, and I was like, great. And now every single time I go to India, I am screaming on top of my lungs when I see those things because of that deathly experience I had. My third experience with death was when I was 17, and this was like almost a year ago. In October 2015, I decided to take my friend home. I was taking her home, and I was taking a right turn, and all of a sudden I hear brakes screeching, and I get rear-ended. And I could not feel anything. I was in complete shock. I didn't hit my head. I had my hands tight at that time, which I, to this day, don't understand why. And I just almost hit my head. I was this close to the steering wheel, and I didn't have my head popped this time. Again, I am kind of lucky when it comes to not hitting things. And I was just completely frozen for about a minute or so. And my friend, when the car hit us, she screamed so loud that even put me in more traumatic mode. But this lady, like, gets out. It was a girl. I'm not really gonna say her name or whatsoever. And she comes out. She's like, honey, are you okay? She was a sweet lady. Like, she was like, but then she was telling us that I looked down on my phone for 2 seconds and this happened all of a sudden. And it blew my mind because I was like, you could have killed me because of your phone. Looking down at your phone for 2 seconds, you could have almost killed me. And this thought was not really going over when I had just had the experience of the accident. I just like, okay, well, I am alive. I was just in complete shock. And I was like calling my mom. I was like, she wasn't picking her phone up. My brother wasn't picking his phone up. My grandma was keep calling me, and I wasn't picking her phones up because she is a panic person like I am. And so then my brother all of a sudden, well, I text him first. I'm like, please call me, and I'm like shaking while I'm texting too. So I'm just like, ugh. And then all of a sudden he calls me. I'm like crying on the phone. I don't know what I'm doing. I just got an accident right here. And then he's just like telling me, he's like, I don't understand what the hell are you saying right now. Where the heck are you at? And I'm like, I didn't know. And I'm just still crying on the phone. And he was like, just text me the address, please, and thank you. And I was just like, okay, I'll just give you the address. And we got through that too. And then I text him the address, shaking hands still. Text him the address, and he comes there like literally like 15 minutes. The lady leaves like 5 minutes before he came there, and we got her insurance and all of that. And then like it was just a bad experience because my neck hurt so bad for like 2 months, and it was just a bad experience. Never got in an accident after that. So that's good. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, please, and thank you. And if you want to follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, please do that. So I'll leave the links down below, and I'll see you next time.